It's Mr. Toups, the Jedi of Believe, and you're here in the Always Believe room at George Ranch High School. Today we're going to start Staar Review 2. This is a weekly paper you get that gives your life more power. Okay, so let's scroll over to Staar Review number 2. Okay, just like last week, I'm going to do the first part with you. Eventually, you will be doing this on your own. Okay, so on number 1, we have x equal -2. Remember, number 1 does not have y in the equation. It only has x, and x will always be -2. So I'm going to draw a line at -2 on the x-axis, and then I'm going to go straight up and down. This line will not cross y. And then go by and put a 1 right here. That's my number 1 line. I'm going to change colors because I have more power. And then I'm going to graph y equal 2. To graph y equal 2, it's only going to go through y. It will never cross x. So it's going to go through y at 2 and be horizontal. You did this last week. So if you have an x equal line, it is horizontal. If you have a y equal line, it is vertical. And then remember, this right here would be y equal mx plus b. The m is the slope, and the slope tells you up or down over right. Okay, so let's go through and do this one. Oh, this one right here, the starting number would be 4. So let's go and graph this one. I'll graph it in purple. So our starting number is 4. And then our slope is -1/2 in it. Since it's negative, I won't go up, I'll go down, and I'm going to go to the right. So this slope right here, this -1/2, means down 1, right 2, down 1, right 2. That will be my constant rate of change. So from this dot, I'm going to go down 1, right 2, down 1, right 2, down 1, right 2. My constant rate of change will go down 1, right 2. Now then I need to go backwards. So to go backwards, I won't go down right, I'll go up left. So from this original dot, go up 1, left 2, up 1, left 2. Now then I've got an array of dots, and they go down 1, right 2, from left to right. Remember, you read a line from left to right. So every time I go from left to right, I'm going down 1/2. That's my constant rate of change, or my slope. So I'm going to connect those dots. And I'm going to put a 3 by that line. Make sure you're labeling these lines. Okay, now then let's go answer the questions. Now then, what I would do if I were you on these, because you're going to draw a triangle usually with these. Bullseye where the triangle forms. So this is the base of my triangle, this is the height, and this will be the hypotenuse on it. Okay, the shape formed by the intersection of the triangles, on this first part is almost always going to be a right triangle. The base of the triangle, count the spaces. And I'm going to zoom in here. The base of the triangle would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces, wouldn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're not counting the blue lines. You're counting the spaces. So my base would be 6. And the height would be from here to here, 1, 2, 3. It would be 3, wouldn't it? Now then, to get the area, I'm going to do 1/2 times 6 times 3. 1/2 times 6 times 3. 6 times 3 is 18. Half of 18 is 9. So my area is 9 units squared. Now then, let's go through and do the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. This is my a, my b, and my c in it. So I'm going to have 6 squared plus 3 squared equals c squared, and this is the same thing as last week, isn't it? This is going to turn into 36 plus 9 equals c squared, which turns into 45 equals c squared. And then remember, last year in 8th grade, you learned to get a square root, didn't you? And c is going to end up being 6.7, isn't it? Okay, so this edge is 6, this edge is 3, and this edge is 6.7. Now then on the last one, the perimeter, we're just going to add all these up. 6 plus 3 is 9, 9 and 6 7/10 is 15 and 7/10. So that would be my perimeter wood. What a blast. Hopefully next week you can start doing some of this on your own. Remember, you are amazing. You were created to do wonderful things. Always believe, and one of my favorite pictures I've ever taken, you are awesome.